Statement that the Mario from 64 isn't the same one in Galaxy is entirely, completely, and utterly wrong when the creator of Mario, Miyamoto, said this, or agreed to this question.
So there are multiple links, but is it always the same Mario?
一緒です。ミッキーと一緒。
This is what's called an author fallacy.
He's in, and lava is just a bottomless pit substitute in 2D Mario games. He survives lava dragons that are actually trying to harm him in those games anyway. And Sonic doesn't survive anything with rings. That's a gameplay mechanic, you goofy.
Roll the clip! Mario Galaxy and 64 being one of the only exceptions to this. But let's forget the lava argument, it's really just for laughs and giggles. Goofy? You thought you can catch me lacking? Did you even watch the video? Super Dimension and Solaris' plan was to completely destroy the universes they were in, but there was a huge difference left out. Super Dimension planned on destroying all worlds and recreating them into a perfect new one, with the only worlds we're shown being only ones from Paper Mario. While for Solaris, it was said that it planned on taking out the whole entire timeline, which means the past, future, and present. This would include all timelines.
Statement that the Mario from 64 isn't the same one in Galaxy is entirely, completely, and utterly wrong when the creator of Mario, Miyamoto, said this, or agreed to this question.
So there are multiple links, but is it always the same Mario?
一緒です。ミッキーと一緒。
This is what's called an author fallacy.
Strength comes from striking force, but Mario has used physical and lifting strength instead of speed to force, so he would get strength overall. And Sonic's durability and endurance outside of withstanding the impact of how hard he hits isn't as great as Mario's. And by your logic, Mario's body withstands the force he would need to use to ground pound meteorites back at Grand Star Bowser in Mario Galaxy 2. Sonic doesn't regularly use speed to force on shorter or non-boss enemies.
Am I missing something here? Sonic does usually use speed to force attacks on non-boss or smaller enemies. You said it yourself.
Sonic's strength comes from striking force.
When it comes to speed, the velocity at which an object or body part moves can significantly affect the force delivered. To put it easier, the faster the strike, the greater the potential force upon impact.
Lava dragons that are actually trying to harm him in those games anyway. And Sonic doesn't survive anything with rings. That's a gameplay mechanic, you goofy.
Roll the clip! Mario Galaxy and 64 being one of the only exceptions to this. But let's forget the lava argument, it's really just for laughs and giggles. Goofy? You thought you can catch me lacking? Did you even watch the video?
And the black hole he almost outran in colors, which like I said he almost outran, he didn't fully outrun it, was a fake hyper-go-on energy black hole.
He almost literally outruns a black hole with no stamina left. Not only is a black hole fast, its gravitational pull is so strong it can pull light in. Using your argument, if you're saying every Mario is the same Mario, he should have been strong enough to resist the black hole in Mario Galaxy, which we all know he wasn't strong enough to resist it at all, but can do it in Mario Party though. The inconsistencies of Mario are crazy. It shows you not every Mario is the same Mario.
And before you mention how we couldn't escape a black hole in Galaxy, that's because he fell into it instead of having time to prepare and swim away from it.
Why didn't he swim away? He had the chance. It's because they're not the same Mario. It's obvious. If not, did he get weaker? You're sitting here telling me he didn't have time to react or swim away? Now, he also went and said that the black hole in Sonic Colors isn't a black hole. If you didn't know, the purple wisps in Sonic Colors are actually stated to manipulate space and time, and the negative energy of their power created this supernova. Supernova also took hundreds of wisps to stop. Just like a black hole, this was warping space and time as well. I also think it's kinda odd that you ignored the other time I showed Sonic outrunning a black hole in Sonic Shuffle. I know a lot of people haven't played Sonic Shuffle, but it's just like Mario Party, but Sonic.
Mario doesn't need to stack power-ups when he can just cycle between them. And when are you gonna wake up and realize Mario could just give himself an OP power-up combo? Something like the Giga Cat Bell or the Red Star or the Golden Flower, and then he could make himself invincible with the Superstar or the Rainbow Star, and then clone himself with the Double Cherry so he can outnumber Sonic and not lose any of his power-ups. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, well, the time limit would just run out. But Mario has a remedy for that in the form of his Mario and Luigi RPG item, the Bottomless Clubs, which would let him endlessly reapply his power-up without physically taking it out.
So again, he's talking about Comp Mario, he's not talking about one specific Mario. There's Marios from different dimensions, and it's just not gonna work.
Sonic has never, ever made a black hole before. Not even in his hyper form.
This is the Violet Void Wisp that Sonic uses in Sonic Colors. It's stated to warp space and time. You know what else warps space and time? A black hole. If Super Sonic is massively stronger than this, do you think Super Sonic can do a black hole fast enough to make one?
Which tries hilarious in Super Classic Sonic to fight Time Eater. Chaos Emeralds really had limitless or unlimited power. It's also possible for Chaos Emeralds to be removed from a Super Hedgehog, and the Chaos Emeralds are capable of having their powers drained and needing to be restored. And both of those processes would have taken forever if they really had unlimited or limitless power.
When I said in my original video that Sonic gets an infinite amount of energy from the Chaos Emeralds, I brought that up while showing that Sonic is the speed of light, if not faster. Because it's said to be faster than the speed of light, and if not faster, you need an infinite amount of energy to draw from, which is Chaos Emeralds. Again, me saying that the Chaos Emeralds have an unlimited amount of energy doesn't mean I was saying that Sonic has an unlimited amount of power. Also, you're forgetting to mention the fact that Eggman had prep time and was prepared for Sonic, and he's also using Dark Gaia's energy to rip the Chaos Emeralds out of Sonic. If you played the storyline, you would know that Dark Gaia's powers are a direct weakness to Sonic's. He represents a force of darkness and negativity that opposes Sonic's infinite power and positivity. Dark Gaia is awakened and its powers is harnessed by Dr. Eggman. It emits a corrupting influence that affects Sonic and diminishes his abilities. Dark Gaia is a malevolent creature that embodies the destructive energy and seeks to bring chaos and darkness to the world. How do you think Sonic turned into a werehog?
Before anyone brings up Sonic time traveled in Sonic CD, he used the signs to do that, and that was still classic Sonic.
Again, classic and modern Sonic was just modern Sonic when he was younger. In Sonic CD, we actually know that this is actually an ability of Sonic, not the signs. The signs were a gameplay mechanic to let the game know whether to go back to the future or the past. It's stated in the guide and a lot of the official documents about the game, where time traveling is Sonic's talent and ability. There's even this one, and when you translate the kanji, it translates to time travel through the present, past, and future. Sonic has finally surpassed the speed of sound and even crossed the time barrier. We also know that this is Sonic's ability because the developer that came up with this in the game talks about his ability.
As Sonic starts running, he gains momentum. Lights and sparks fly, and he's taken to a different time period. I tried to show that in this piece here.
With enough of his momentum and speed, sparks and lights fly, and he's taken to a certain point in time.
Mario doesn't move at the speed of sound, but he can react to the speed of light. Mario has reacted to things while traveling on the Mach 375 Star Driver in Mario and Luigi. And he can react to being launched out of stars that send him flying many times above his light across the galaxy. He also regularly evades lightning in the RPGs and in the mainline games. Mario doesn't need to catch up to Sonic until when he can react to the speed you said that Sonic moves at.
Sonic has a plethora of statements saying that he surpassed the sound, time, and light barrier, and when you look over Mario games, you see little to no statements about him being faster than the speed of light or anything near that. Then when you look over at their feats and things that they're shown to do, Mario doesn't have amazing speed feats, especially compared to Sonic, and if you're arguing Mario faster than the speed of light or anything above that, he's gotta be inconsistent, especially if you're arguing every Mario is the same Mario. And some people calculate his speed using pixel scaling, which is not really that trusted and or accepted by anyone with a brain nowadays. Going on with Sonic's speed along with his statements, you can easily calculate Sonic's speed to massively faster than the speed of light and or mental speed, especially when you're taking in his power boosts he's gotten throughout his series. For example, there's bosses from his past that he at the time could only defeat in his super form, but now can beat in his base without even trying with no chaos inputs. With a great example being his fight with Chaos, and really all the fights that take place in Sonic Generations. And as much as I hate to admit it, at the time of Sonic Forces, Infinite was stated to be Sonic's strongest foe, stronger than Solaris. Eggman even stated that the Phantom Ruby he had was better than the Master Emerald, and Sonic was able to keep up with him, take a lot of his blows, damaging him with a little help, but he didn't need the Chaos Emerald.